This is it, my ultimate 2026 gaming and coding setup. I've been planning this space for years, but only in the last 12 months I have managed to bring it to life. Since I started sharing my journey back in March 2025, this community has grown to over 1,000 of you. So to celebrate, I'm doing a full deep dive into the gear that powers my life. First, let me give a quick intro about me. I'm Raza, and not long ago, I was working in an Amazon warehouse packing boxes while learning to code in my spare time. I dropped out of college, and you might have guessed it already that I don't have a computer science degree. Now, I am a full-time software engineer and part-time content creator, sharing my perspective on tech, coding, and workspaces to inspire you. Now let's get into the breakdown, starting with the foundations. This room used to have a chimney, which I had removed when I got the house in 2024, so I could put this desk here. This is the Triton desk from IKEA. It's very inexpensive at £99 for these dimensions, 160 centimeters wide by 80 centimeters deep, with a height of 75 centimeters. And of course, no setup is complete without an Alex drawer unit. It's great for storing the useful things I use daily, all the way down to a drawer of abandoned cables. Moving on to the peripherals. This keyboard gets a lot of attention, mostly because of the keycaps. This is the Aula F75 Pro. It's a gasket mounted board with hot swappable linear switches and a multifunctional knob. It features tri-mode connectivity, and for the RGB lovers, yes, you can customize the lighting via shortcuts or the software. Though fair warning, the software is a bit clunky and I usually keep the LEDs off for the clean look and extra battery life. But the real reason I bought this, the thocky sound of the switches straight out the box. Just listen to this. Originally, it came with side printed blue keycaps, but I swapped those out for these custom comic sketch style ones to nail that desk aesthetic. For the mouse, I'm rocking the Attack Shark R1. It's incredibly light at just 59 grams, with a minimal design and extra buttons I can remap for any shortcut I want. All of these sit on a large white topographic desk mat, yet again keeping the white and black theme. Just to the left, I've got two Xbox controllers, ready for whenever I need to take a break from work. First is a standard controller, but my daily driver is the Elite Series 2. I use this specifically for multiplayer shooters. The paddles on the back are a total game changer. I've remapped them so I can jump, slide, and maintain perfect movement without ever taking my thumbs off the sticks. Every decent setup needs high quality audio, and I've found the perfect balance between performance and value. This is the Fifine AM8. What's great about this mic is the flexibility. You can plug it in via USB-C to your PC or even your mobile phone and be ready to go. But to enhance the quality, I have paired it with the SC3 audio mixer from Fifine. The mixer has physical gain sliders, a built-in voice changer, and custom soundboard buttons. And yes, there's even more RGB. For my headset, I'm rocking the Astro A50 Gen 4s. These are legendary for a reason. The surround sound is incredibly immersive for gaming, and they are built for long wear comfort. Since I'm almost always wearing my headset, I kept my speaker setup simple, a trusty Anker Bluetooth speaker. It isn't perfect, but it's small, reliable, and gets the job done when I just want to watch a quick YouTube video. Now for the big tech. This custom CyberPower PC was actually a gift to myself for landing my first developer job back in 2021. It's spec'd with an AMD Ryzen 5 5600G, an RTX 3060 and 32GB of DDR4 RAM. While the PC handles the gaming, the real work happens on this 16-inch MacBook M4 Pro with 48 gigs of RAM. This is my daily driver for my software engineering job and my side projects. The power and the portability mean I can push code from anywhere. If you want a deep dive into the M4 Pro from a dev's perspective, let me know in the comments. Then we have the Samsung Odyssey G7. I spent £600 on this, and honestly, I haven't even hit its full potential yet. It's a 4K Ultra HD IPS panel with display HDR 400, 144Hz refresh rate and 1 milliseconds of response time. It supports both G-Sync and FreeSync, so everything is buttery smooth. You might think £600 is steep for a single monitor, but I bought this specifically because it was one of the few at the time with an HDMI 2.1 port. This allowed me to hit 120 FPS at 4K on my Xbox Series X. Right now, the Xbox is actually collecting dust, but that's because the plan is to move it down to the living room to pair it with my 85-inch 4K TV. Stay tuned for that in the future. You might have noticed this little guy watching me. It's the eMeet Pixie. It's an AI powered 4K cam that actually follows me if I move around. I use it every single day for meetings. The tracking is smooth and the image quality is just on another level. Finally, we have to talk about lighting. Without it, this setup would be nothing. What's crazy is that lighting is often the cheapest upgrade you can make, yet it has the biggest impact. I use a layer of different lights to add character to the room and, more importantly, to mitigate the eye strain during those late night coding sessions. Perched on the top of the monitor is the Quintus light bar. It has 3 different color temperatures and is touch controlled directly on the bar, though it also comes with this sleek wireless control knob for easy adjustments. Right underneath the monitor is the second RGB light bar. It's perfect for adding ambient glow to the desk surface, with plenty of modes you can cycle through just by tapping the sides. Over on the left, I have this LED magnetic desk lamp. This is my secret weapon for adding those cozy, warm vibes, and I use it constantly as a key light for cinematic shots in my videos. To tie the whole room together, I've traced the desk with an RGB rope light, and behind the PC, I have a floor RGB light tube to create that deep, immersive glow against the wall. It's all about layering the light to create depth. There are a few extras that really complete the space. While I record most of this video handheld, I'll bring out the DJI gimbal when I want those ultra smooth cinematic pans. Sitting behind it is my old HyperX mic. Behind the PC is my Alexa Echo Dot. It handles all of my lighting routines and stays ready for whenever I have a random question about the universe. Speaking of the PC, you may have noticed a toy DeLorean sitting on the GPU for those subtle sci-fi vibes. In front of the tower, you'll see this mysterious transparent case. That's actually the Samsung Ring charging case. Since the charging can be a bit inconsistent, I tend to dock the Ring during my night gaming sessions, so it's fully juiced for the next day. Finally, to soften all the tech and silicon, I've added some artificial desk plants. They add that necessary splash of greenery to bring the whole setup to life. Building this space has been a journey, from those long nights at Amazon warehouse to finally sitting here as a software engineer with a setup that truly inspires me. But we aren't done yet. I've got some huge projects coming up for this space. Think custom wall art, shelving and wood paneling. So make sure you're subscribed and have the bell icon turned on so you don't miss those updates. Everything I mentioned today is linked in the description below. If you have any questions about the gear or my transition into tech, drop them in the comments. I'd love to help. And just so I know who the real ones are, comment 2026 if you watched until the very end. I'm Raza, thanks for being part of the first 1000, and I'll catch you in the next one.